Talbert, and we are going to share with you some different things that are important. And maybe we won't keep just, oh, hello, hello.
Hey, Rena. All
Anyway, Rena's
right.
with us. Okay, cool. But anyway, we're
Hey,
going, hello. I was just
hi.
introducing what we're doing today. Anyway, so, ooh, um, we're going to
Okay.
be talking a little bit more about mobile devices and how you can really put those to use and how they can really work for you in your business. And I'm actually going to have Debbie start off because she's got some good things to share with that about mobile devices, how we can use Facebook and some of our other social medias that we have with the mobile devices. Take it
All
away.
right, guys. How's it going? So what I'm going to share with you today are some of the tips and the tricks that I've actually been using on Facebook with my iPhone. And the iPhone I have, the version I have is the iPhone 4S. So it's not the latest and the greatest and the brand new one, but it's not the oldest one. So, but what I've been doing is taking the videos I do and the pictures I take, and I post them directly to Facebook with the Facebook app that's on the phone. And most of the smartphones have some form of a Facebook app. So what I'm going to do is share my screen with you and the difference and why I started doing this and how your videos appear when you share like the video from a YouTube link and when you actually directly upload it from your phone right into your Facebook. Or you can even do it on your computer if you have a laptop. But because Facebook, you can tell by the difference in the way they look that Facebook likes it better. So let me share my screen. Hold on one second. All right, can you guys see my screen?
We could see you.
It's just like all those windows first, right? Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right, so now here's my Facebook page. And let me close that window. All right, so what I have here on this page is I just did a video right here, this video right here. I just uploaded it directly from my iPhone. And do you see how it shows right up big on the page and you see the screen really big?
Yeah.
All right, well then what happens is, let me go further down because I shared one probably yesterday that my share song, my new favorite share song, and I shared I shared it from like the YouTube. I copied and pasted the YouTube. So see the difference? See how this is when you do it
Yeah.
from YouTube?
Yes.
So you can still play it, and I'm going to be able to, you can click the button, and then it will show up like bigger here and play the song. Oh, we don't need the advertising. Hold on. All right, let me stop it. All right, so it will play it, but do you see how the difference is and how it displays within your page?
Yeah, you have that. That box is not actually your friend.
Right, it's that little tiny box, and it doesn't show up very well. Unlike all these other things I've been posting, like this shows up really big right here, and it will catch people's attention much faster.
Right.
So that's my tip and my trick for tonight is if you take it and your videos especially and you post them right from your iPhone or your smartphone through the Facebook app right onto your profile or your Facebook page. And this happens to be my profile. Now the pictures, I've noticed they don't really come up any different because this is a picture right here. This one is from the computer. And then the others, when you do them from the phone, they actually, from the phone, they come up a little bit smaller. So what the key here is really from your videos, is to do it from your videos. The phones, they actually come up smaller on there, and they go into your, like, under your photos, they actually go into your mobile uploads.
Yes.
So it kind of goes all together different spot. So that's kind of the tip and the trick. I know it's really fast, but, you know, mobile's fast, right?
Yes. Well, and we need to talk more about mobile. Really, don't quit yet. But think about this.
I'll stop sharing the screen, but
yes.
You know,
well, 65% or more of the people that are on Facebook and different things these days are actually coming from either a tablet, but more than likely they're coming out of a phone like yours, or it could be an Android or it could be an iPhone. But the smartphone is getting to the point where it's so easy to work with. Wouldn't you say, Deb?
Yeah, it's much easier to work with, and I can tell you from my
Oh, there she
airplane
is.
life. Hey, Juanita.
Hey!
So my airplane life, because on my flight to Delta, we actually have Wi-Fi in the sky.
Yeah.
So people get really, really upset when our Wi-Fi's down. And what I find hilarious is when I'm walking through the cabin. Now on the plane, there's usually iPads. There's not a lot of phones. I don't see a lot of phones up because the
Okay.
screen is small. But I
Right.
see they got their MacBook Airs or their smaller type laptops because when the person in
Right.
front of you leans behind you, that messes up all that. But so
Oh,
they either have their iPads or their tablets or their laptops. And I will tell you, 50 to 60% of the people are on Facebook in some way. Because you can see this, you can tell
yes.
right away. You walk by the screen and you see they're on Facebook somehow,
Yep.
even while they're on the plane. And I'm fascinated by it. So it's, it's out, people are there, and people are on Facebook, and that is where they're spending their idle time,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Now, not everybody's in business. Not everybody's doing what we're doing, but they're
No, but they're
playing the
still on
games or they're contacting their family and friends. In
there.
fact,
Right.
my sister lives in Washington State, and she actually is only talking to me on Facebook because I hardly ever catch her at home. She works and she's got a family, and it's tough to find her. So sometimes it's only through the messaging and Facebook that I can keep in touch with her. So it's amazing how, how much of that is going on. So, Juanita, to catch you up, we are talking about Facebook in relationship to the fact that we have. Oh man, we're getting a house full today. Please mute yourself if you're not speaking, because otherwise we get so much noise that it starts to be hard to talk. But we're talking about mobile and how that's becoming something so big. As a matter of fact, we don't always talk about a business in particular, but today for sure we're talking about that there's a big launch that just has come to the head right today, and it's open. If you were brought here by any one of us that are here, please go to their link and let them know that you want to be part of what they're doing, because mobile apps are where it really is, and Empower Network now has everything set up in mobile. In fact, I'd like to share my screen. I've got mine open, and we'll go. And I actually have mine right here. And here's something that's cool. I just found out my media management is working. Yay! And I just uploaded a video from my computer. This is in the process of encoding. But this is all of my videos that I've uploaded into Empower. And we have the Empower video hosting available. I think that a couple of us in this panel tonight are using this, and it's really, really nice, because then you can actually, once this is done, but what I can do is go to one that's already here. Let me find one that is, well, let's see, this one is not, okay, how do I click? Oh, I can play it. How do I get a hold of, oh, settings, there's where I go. Okay, so then I can go, oh, this is cool how they've done this. So if I want to get the embed from here, this is all I have to do, is to come in here and grab this information right here. And then if I wanted to create a new post for this video that I uploaded a few weeks ago, I would simply come back to, I have to come back to my own feed. And I would put a video in, and I would add a video, and it gives you the option of putting in your link. Right now it says YouTube, but I don't know if this is going to work or not. But from URL, upload from computer. Oh, here we go. We browse. Ah,
Yeah,
here's where we do
gallery. You
it.
just get it right
Browse.
there.
Okay. Okay, so all I have to do is go back and find. I don't remember what it was. Okay, where's that one?
The embedded URL would be to post it on a website if you wanted
Yes.
to take that video and post
Yes.
it on a website.
So I've chosen this one. I'm going to upload just so that we can see. So now I have a video in here. I can actually post this online or just to my own people. And I don't remember the title of this, and it didn't say. But I'll just say, here's a message for you.
So one of the things you were talking about, you guys, I was listening to was about Facebook and how
Yes.
it has really changed. There was a time when you were looked down upon if you had a Facebook account.
Yes. Now here's what's really cool. Let me finish this for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I've got team members. I wanted to go on my public blog. I wanted to go to everybody here. So I'm going to click everything. And I don't know if I have anybody that's in team media hosting, but if they are, they're also in somewhere else. So I'm going to leave this alone because I'm not going to do it for meta tags, which you can absolutely do. But one thing you do have to do is you have to come in here and select your blog, and then you have to select a category.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because how many times have I tried to post it and said, how come it's not working? And it's working. I just didn't pick a blog or a category.
Pick a blog and a category, and it's going to allow you to create some subdomains if you want to. I don't know if you knew that or not. So you could actually have several different blogs, and you could have different messages on those blogs. And that's how fast you can do that from the computer. And Debbie was saying it just takes a few minutes to do the same thing right from her cell phone. And is that cool or what? So definitely going to take that screen share off. And Rena, I'm going to call you out and say, do you have anything you'd like to add? What do you think of the new system and how much have you played around with that? Rena, are you there?
We don't have her camera anymore.
Oh, well, she may have turned that off. There she is.
Oh, here she
comes. Hey, everybody. Yeah, I think it's awesome. I played around with it a little bit, not that much. I've been putting a couple of videos in, so I like the way it's really, really fast that you just use a URL.
Right.
Awesome. I tried to do it from my phone, but it gave me the message that my phone was not compatible for some reason, but they said that they was having problems with the Android, so hopefully they get that bug fixed real soon.
Well, I've been able to get on there from my tablet. I haven't tried to do it from my phone, but as they keep improving it, we are going to have all of that in place.
Yeah, once they get all the few little bugs worked out, I think it's going to be fantastic.
Okay, well, who wants to add to that?
Well, because tonight's training is basically around Facebook, so I think we want to put our focus. Yes, we're all excited because we got this new media mobile blogging system we can use, but we also want to keep it around Facebook and how we can use really mobile, because our topic we're kind of guiding towards mobile tonight, right?
Yes, we are.
So, and how you can utilize Facebook on mobile. So I was sharing earlier about how I use my iPhone on mobile. Have any of you guys, on Facebook, do you guys use your mobile devices, whatever kind you have, on Facebook?
I do.
Upload stuff right to Facebook.
Yes, I do. I do a lot of pictures actually from mobile into my Facebook app. One of the things that I don't know whether they make a big deal about it, but when you build your business, part of it is about lifestyle. And what I mean by that is when you can share with people that you are actually benefiting by being able to do things that you love to do. Juanita's awesome at this. She knows how to do this. But, I mean, if you share pictures or videos about yourself having fun, doing things that you want to do, going out to eat or having a good time with your family somewhere, those are the things that I love to do from my cell phone, because I can If I'm at dinner, I almost always try to get a picture. Sometimes I don't get a good picture and I don't share it, but most of the time I do, because it's important for people. You can say, yeah, I make money, and yeah, here's my check. But until they see the evidence of what you've done with it, they're not real convinced. But so it's really about how much are you having fun in your life. And let's face it, when you're away from your home, you're not going to take your computer with you. I don't take my laptop when I go out to dinner. So it's going to be the cell phone generally that goes with me, and I can go ahead and I put posts out all the time, generally a picture with a little bit of text, because it's a little more challenging to do that from the cell phone, for me anyway. I hope I'm not the only one that thinks it's a little challenging to do that, although I'm getting better at it.
Well, it can be challenging, but you can also, if you learn how to let the technology be your friend. So what I've actually learned how to do is actually talk to the 20-something crowd about how do you make this work better?
I love it.
Because they know. So
yeah, they've grown up with it.
Okay, I'm going to put a picture up here. Is there a better way to put some text with it? And that's how I actually learned on the iPhone anyway. You can use Siri to type your text. So really, the video I posted earlier, I did not type anything with my thumbs and my fingers. I hit the button and I talked it.
Cool.
So
I must have an app like that. I'm going to find out.
Yeah. But talk to the 20-somethings. When you're out there, just go talk to them and say, listen, I don't really know. It's new. Can you tell me how to do this?
And you can be sure they know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just got one of those fancy phones, so I like the fact that I can now check my email. I have my email integrated.
Yes.
I don't have to run to a computer always now to check my email. I just love that. And like Debbie, sending a text, I can talk instead of, typing. So I love that too.
Yes,
so,
absolutely.
A lot of people doing that these days. So.
I don't have an iPhone, and I just bought a new Android, so I got to find out what the comparable app is, because I'm quite sure there is.
Oh yeah, I know there is. My stepson is an Android fan. He hates my iPhone, so I am sure. Let me ask him. I will ask him.
Oh,
He's
yes,
30-something. I will find out from him.
What is the talk to text?
How can we talk to text?
Yeah, where is the talk to text app for the Android?
And you know what though? Maybe one of those 20-something watching us learn how to use Facebook. Maybe you can tell us in the comment too.
Yes, we would love that.
Exactly. Tell us what we're missing.
Oh goodness.
And I just want to say what I really love about Facebook now is it is common knowledge. Everyone knows. You're not going to get anywhere in your business without Facebook.
No.
Exactly.
And that is common knowledge
so than ever.
And I didn't meet my family. I had long-lost sisters for 27 years.
Wow.
I did not see them for 27 years. But because of Facebook, I now have a relationship with my sisters.
Oh, that's awesome.
You found them on Facebook?
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
My God.
I had an aunt who's a little younger than me. I found her on Facebook. So there's so many reasons why if you're a baby boomer and you're not on Facebook and you're not using it, you're losing out on so much.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now,
you are.
Right. And now with the cell phone posting directly to Facebook or to your blog, you can show your lifestyle, because if you're building a business online, nobody wants to join you if you're not having fun.
No, and they don't want to think that you're going to stay at your computer all day long.
Yes.
I mean, I'm back to my computer after just a few minutes in the morning, and I'm not at my computer all day.
No. Or they think they're going to do it all by themselves. That's the
Right.
other thing. How many years have we been doing this by ourselves, you guys?
Yeah, a lot of years by ourselves.
And it was lonely.
But I think it's all because of this. Look, we didn't have these, when we started, we didn't have these Google Hangout things.
No.
So it's like we're in each other's living room now,
Yeah.
chatting, having coffee. I got my pizza on the side here. I have my Friday night drink up here. It's like, I like,
Yeah, guess what? We're going to do this on Friday next week when we're all in Florida.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Yes,
Okay,
Yes, we're
event
gonna
starts
figure
at
out how to
7,
do
so
this.
we're gonna have to
Yes,
figure out how to do it. Oh, you can do
yes.
it from your phone. I know you can do it from your phone. I've done
Well,
the
whoever
Hangout on my
has a
phone.
laptop will have to probably do the app. But yes, it's going to be interesting. So we're going to try to put that together on Friday next week when we're in
and here,
Orlando.
and we also, I was just talking to another baby boomer. We came from a generation where we were told to listen.
Mm,
True.
You don't have
absolutely, yeah.
anything to say. Those days are long gone because we now have this app to offer baby boomers.
Look
You have something
out!
to
They
say.
can't shut us up anymore.
Right, because it's granny proof, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And we have something of value to say. We got to help these little 20-year-olds. I mean, why are they such a mess? They didn't have us telling them what to do because we were told to shut up and listen. So we're going to, do our videos and get this world back into shape by telling them our stories. And all of our stories are valuable. And that's what I love about the new world, the way the world is right now, is that the baby boomers have so much to offer, and we're never going to be shut up again. You can't put a sock in us anymore.
No, you can't put us out to pasture.
No, I mean, but if you think about it, okay, so let's get back on Facebook because it is Facebook night tonight, right?
Yes.
So if you do, okay, let's talk about one of the things we need to do on Facebook is groups. Like, okay, yeah, I
You
do
want
the
to go ahead and
welcoming
share?
in the
Go
group
ahead and
and
share
talk.
that.
Okay, but I don't want to share that. What I was going to talk about is creating your own group, right? Because you have your voice and you want to share your voice. And then you can create your group. Let's say your group is you want to knit and crochet. So you want to talk about knitting and crocheting in the best place in your part of town to get this particular yarn or find this crocheting. And maybe you decide with those group of people that are in that group you're connecting with in this group, you want to do a hangout to show your best technique on your crochet. I mean, I don't know how to crochet. I'm just picking crochet as a topic. But
I do, but I don't do it anymore.
but the point is, make yourself a group on Facebook, and it's very easy to do it. So, okay, you know what? I'll share my screen, and I will create a group around my, starting Sunday, my Getting Sexy, Fit, and Healthy, so I'm going to make a group. I have a page, but I don't have a group yet. So let me go there, and I'll share my screen, and we'll make a group. All right, hold on. Let me get to my screen.
And the rest of us, every rest of us, just mute ourselves out unless we have a question so that we don't interrupt her.
Yeah, because sometimes the noise from everybody's background gets in there.
Okay, but then let me, because I might have somebody have to help me because I've only made a group once. So let me, all right, I got groups. All right, so now here's, can you guys see the screen where I clicked on groups over here? On the left-hand side where it says groups, and then I hit more?
Yes, we see the screen, and we see where it says create group.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and create group. And let me see, what am I going to name this group? Sexy, Fit, and Healthy 50-year-olds?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Healthy 50. Let me do this. Plus ladies. How's that? That's it. All right. And do you guys want to join my group?
Sure. It's not about now let's make sure it's clear. Debbie's not sharing a health and wellness
no, I don't have a health and wellness product or anything.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm
it's
just
all about
share my
just
journey
healthy behavior.
About getting this way. I am not, I'm using a Weight Watcher app. Okay. I'm using a Your Body is Your Gym app. I'm using apps.
Nice.
And I'm using the Eating Different. I have no health and wellness product that I am selling.
That's awesome. Well, I think I would love to be part of that because we all can use a little more health and wellness.
Okay, so let me put you guys all in here, and then right now I'm gonna put it open because I'm gonna see who wants to come and join this group. So I'm gonna put create, and let's see. Hold on, I'm waiting on the computer now. Okay. Oh, we need a picture. All right, let's see. What kind of picture do we want? Do I see anything that matches what I want?
They're usually not very good about
They're very small. And here's an apple.
Those are actually just the one that you see on the side. You know,
yeah,
if
so
you have.
I'll just use the green apple there. All right, so here we go. Look, all right, we're all in this group here
Cool.
because I said it was ladies. Oh, so I'm sorry, David, I didn't add you to the group. Anyway, all right, let me put about, and then I don't have one, so let me add a description. So let's just say, let's see, this group is for ladies. All right, hold on.
And I would emphasize that you don't want links to anybody's businesses in there because it's not about that.
Okay.
But, you know, I see somebody sharing recipes all the time, and that would be definitely appropriate if it's not about businesses. But I see people sharing all kinds of great recipes that are supposed to be healthy, but I don't want them on my personal profile. But it would be totally appropriate to share it in a group like this.
Yeah, so I'll put the healthy recipes. How do you spell recipes? I'm not a speller.
RECIPES.
I'm not a speller or a cook, so
Me either. If
okay,
it's
so
not
we
easy,
want
I'm
your
not
exercise
interested.
tips and healthy recipes.
Yes.
That's it.
And
No biz
apps,
links.
and apps, and
And-
apps that are working
Oh,
for
okay.
you.
And apps
And any
app
other
reviews.
free
which
and
are
yeah,
helping you
yeah, but
on
not,
this journey. How's that?
yeah. And then one more thing,
Okay.
please. This is not about an MLM that shares health and wellness products,
Okay.
because that's what people will think if they don't know.
All right.
Or they might think, I would wait till they get in it, because if they are doing health and wellness products, I would
Yeah,
wait
I'm
till
not going to put that on there.
Oh,
I
okay.
will take
Because
care
you
of
can
that as
talk
I'm
about-
going along.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can have it where you approve the links before.
Yes,
they're
exactly. Approve the links.
put. Do it that way then.
Mhm.
Okay,
Then
so
you
I'm
can-
going to just save that. So there's the title there, and then
And then you go back to your little cog that says
notifications.
no, the cog wheel thing that's beside create the group. No, next to the magnifying glass, there's a little coggy wheel thing.
Ah, this. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
click on that, and it lets you
Okay.
edit the group settings.
Okay, there we go.
And then when you go in there, you can say whether or not you want. You can say you can approve first. So
Okay, let's see. Any member can add and approve, or any member but admin approves them. Okay, there we go.
yes, if you have admin approval, then you can
Then
filter
that way I
out.
can work on the link thing. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you can
perfect.
filter out anybody that's going to spam the group then.
Okay, there we go. Save that.
Wait, no, wait. Go back. So at the
Okay.
bottom, it says who can post in your group. You don't have to necessarily decide that whether they can come in or not. You don't want to. If you want to approve, everybody can. But at the bottom, what Linda was
Okay.
talking about,
Yeah, it's actually
only admin messages can post to the group. So you would be the one that approves their post.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
no,
that's
I would
where
do
you do
this
it.
one.
That's
All
where
groups
you
must
do
be
it.
opposed. There we go. All group posts must be approved by admin.
Yes, and then
That
you
one at
can
the
keep
bottom.
it right. Then you can keep it open. Anyone can join. You don't have to have somebody add them. They can join freely.
Right.
But then when they put a post there, you can start a conversation with that person. You'll know that they are on a journey themselves. They're in
Okay.
network marketing, and now you can have a conversation with them. Say, hey, I see, you wanted to post something on my wall about your product, whatever company they're in, Herbalife, whatever, and you wanted to post about your weight loss product. Well, what we're doing is we're actually not promoting any MLM products, but what I would like to do is what Debbie has now decided to do is interview her about her challenges and her successes, because you can't assume she's failing, even though 90% of them are.
Right.
You can now just give them the opportunity to talk about themselves, and that's when you become attractive, is when you're interested in them. So
Okay, so then, yeah, because that way I can set up and do the interviews.
Right, and then you're going to have the opportunity to invite just anybody that's involved in any way to health and wellness, now that they're already interested in that.
Okay, so then that's basically it, right? That's setting up the group, right?
Yep,
And
you're
then
ready
you
to
can
go.
share the group. How do you? Let's see if it's-
I would actually add a document, but you've already done a description. You don't have to do it unless you want to.
So I can share the group on my timeline, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's see. Oh, but it doesn't have a picture. Oh well.
Yeah, it won't unless you do a banner at the top.
Okay, no, I don't want to do that because I want the people. Okay.
Yeah, I like leaving that open to be the pictures of the people that are active, which is what that is usually.
Now, if a person isn't an MLM, they would do the same thing you're doing. They would still make a group.
Right.
They would not talk about their MLM company, but they would share their blog about their MLM. They would still share their blog about what's working for them because it's their group.
Yes.
And
so, then they can promote their business if they want to.
Because that's
okay. So then you can see, guys, here where this just went on my timeline.
Yes.
Yep.
So it just went right on my timeline. Okay, perfect. Now that, how long did that take? 10 minutes?
Just a few minutes, yeah.
Excellent. All right, so.
Excellento.
That's our tip for tonight, is to create your group. Besides being mobile. I wonder if you can do groups from mobile. I'm going to have to check that out.
I don't know.
I'm going to check that out.
So when you're working on Facebook and you create a group, make sure it's something that you're really interested in, because you want to really work with that subject line, and you're going to end up, I've got groups I started and I never really did very well with because I didn't stay connected because I got bored. So you want something you're not going to get bored with after you've spent hours and hours and hours and hours building that group and inviting people to it and posting on it, and then to go and just lose it because of you're bored with it. So make sure you start that group with something that you're really going to enjoy talking about. Like David, I was thinking about David. I was looking at his videos. And the one that has the most views is the one on lifestyle. Was the one his son did on I think it was a Father's Day anthem type of thing, and that was the most popular video. So you really want to think about, when you're making your group, it's going to be the same thing. Something that is about a lifestyle that you're promoting. And like for David, I would suggest I keep trying to get him to do stuff on Hawaii. Just keep begging him.
Oh, yeah.
And send us
you know
videos.
How many people don't even know what that's like? I do know another fellow that I'm connected with on Facebook that does that. And people are so attracted to things that they think that they want in their life. Now, you live there, maybe it doesn't seem like a big deal, but to people that don't get to go there, it's a big deal.
You know what I get the most comments on is pictures of beautiful Maine when I go someplace in Maine.
Yes,
and
all your scenery pictures.
All my, those lifestyles are so important.
Yeah.
So if you're on Facebook and you're making a group, you should at least have one group that it represents the state you're in. If it's a state like Hawaii, well, even Colorado's a cool state, but all those things, if you don't know what to do your group on, do it on what you know, because I know my town, Camden, Maine. I have a group on Camden, Maine, in fact, but I haven't been working on it because I've been working on building relationships right now. But I can go in that group and post my pictures of Camden, Maine now, and now that I have a good blogging system, I can just post my blog on Camden, Maine there, which is my sales funnel. So you really have to find something that you're going to work with every day, and you can't leave your state, right? Every day you're right there in your state. You're not going to leave every day. So there's always something going on that you can post in that state. So that's when people start to lose
my state.
Yes,
more than most of us.
And I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, if you're the admin of a group, are you allowed to email that group?
Yes.
It has a feature? Okay, I'll look for it. I can find it. Okay.
Yeah, you have to create it in your settings, but there is a place to do that in there.
Okay, wonderful.
In settings, you can message the group?
Yes.
That's what you do. You message the group like we messaged you in our private EN group. That was a message we sent. We didn't put a post-it on the wall because nobody gets the stuff on the wall for some reason.
I don't know why either.
So maybe that's what I'll do tonight is I'm going to show you the features of Facebook.
Sure, do that.
Where you can show people that you should be checking every day. And I think that's what people are missing out on is they're not checking certain links every day. I didn't know what to do. I was so busy sponsoring people that I didn't even check this. But that's how we do this. Is we want to be busy sponsoring people, but then there's a time when you have to learn Facebook so you can sponsor more people. The world sign right here is right there is where you're going to see people are doing in the groups, where they're doing other things and things like that. You want to check that more than you even want to check your news feed because this keeps you right up to date right away. With if somebody commented on something you wrote, right away it'll show right here. So just check it every now and then. That's a place to check first. And of course, here is where there are people who are trying to be your friend, and you can confirm them. And when you do that, don't just confirm them. You could go and talk to them first. You could go say, "Hey, Sophie, nice you decided to be my friend. Just done a lot of training on this." Yeah. And if you haven't done that, you're missing out on this right here. These are my leads right here. These are your leads right here. These are leads you would pay in other industries and other companies $50 for. Yeah. These are people reaching out to us or more, reaching out to us saying, "Hey, I want to know you. I want to be your friend." And I don't know them from Timbuktu, but your job as a net fun marketer is to go out there and create a relationship with them that's fun. Not you going out there saying, "Join me, join me, join me," no. But you going out there saying, "Hey, I see you want to be my friend. Let's see what we got in common. Oh, I see we have this in common. We're both networkers. What are what do you love most about networking? What do you hate most about it? What are your biggest challenges? How are you getting your leads?" That starts conversation. They get interested in finding out. You guys have to be quiet. They get curious. They go to your page and then they join you. They go look at what you're posting. I get so many people come that I'm not friends with, but somehow they find me and they go to my wall and they want to know more, and then they click on the link and they join me right there, and I'm like, "Who's this? Who's this?" Because I have links on my wall. I notice some people aren't putting links on their wall. And I'm like, why do you have a wall and you're not helping people make a choice, make a decision?
Yeah.
People come to your wall. Yeah, you have to have a call to
not
action
post all the time, but it's got to be on there sometime.
It has to be on there so that when they come and get curious, they don't have to go too far before they find your link to your blog or your link to your capture page. And if you're doing it right, they're adding value either way. Like when somebody goes to my capture page, I'm saying, "Hey, if you want to get on our training tonight, then you need it on this list." Oh, I need training. I need Facebook training. I need tribe training. I need social media training. Whatever it is you're offering them, now they'll get on your list. But if they come to your wall and you don't have anything on your wall promoting yourself, you're what they need. This is what people don't understand. Us baby boomers don't quite get it, is they need us.
Yes.
They need us, and we need to be available by letting them put their information in there and finding us and getting on our training. So always have that on your wall at all times, at least one link. And then if you don't want it to go to the training, have it go to your blog where you're offering value. You know, hey, we just did a thing on Facebook last night. Here's the link, and you put it in your blog. You put the link to this training or a link to another training that you really appreciate. It doesn't even have to be yours. It doesn't even have to be ours. You can go to YouTube and look up Facebook training. You can go anywhere you want and look up Facebook training and say, you know, this is the one I watched last night, and this is my review of it, and this is what I thought about it. And if you would like to get started with your, making money with Facebook, here's my link below. I can help you do that. That's it. It's simple. You don't have to be the one to make the videos, but you do have to have that link on your wall so that when they come, they will find you. They will find what you're doing. So I can't people don't understand. That's the only reason why I sign up so many people is because they don't come to me and call me and say, Juanita, I want to join you. They go to my Facebook wall and say, what is she doing? Oh, let me click and find out.
Yeah.
Rejection free.
Yeah.
Rejection free.
You're creating curiosity. You're good at that.
And you and also never ever ever have to be rejected because yeah, you create curiosity, you're interested in them, you're never saying, hey, join me, you're saying nothing. They will do it on their own if that's what they want. But if your link's not on your page in any shape or form, just forget it. It's not going to happen. What I learned the other day from Mari Smith was that news feed, like if you go to your home page, that's the news feed. That goes down in 20 minutes, you're gone. You are gone forever, gone for good. So when you post something 20 minutes ago, you guys, you think, oh, it's on the news feed, or it's on my page, people will see it. No, they won't. No, they won't, because they don't go to your page unless they go to, that's when they go to their news feed. When they go to their news feed and they see you writing something like, oh my gosh, look at this picture of me. I just spilled this, pudding on my lap. Whatever. And they go to the news feed and they see you saying that and you say, well, come over, whatever. Then they're going to get curious and they might go check out what's going on your wall. So in 20 minutes, this whole news feed is going to be gone. All this stuff you put up here doesn't mean nothing.
No, not unless it gets likes and comments and gets into the popular.
And even if it does do that, you can't be sure. You still can't be sure. So It's really important that you don't think you're posting too much on your wall. If you're posting every 20 minutes, that's not too much. It's gone. Unless you only have unless your friends only have 10 friends each, which is a really bad choice of friends. So that's another choice. When you make friends, I don't think they let you see how many friends they have anymore.
They don't, not really.
But then again, it doesn't really matter because if they don't want to be your friend because they only made 10 friends and they unfriend you because you're the only person posting stuff, that's all I got to say about that. It's great because you can't help people with only 10 friends. If there's a reason why they only have 10 friends, it's because you want them in your business? Linda?
What'd you say?
Would you want them in your business if they only have 10 friends?
No, it wouldn't look like they were serious about business.
Exactly.
Or they're brand new.
I'm going to mute out because my phone's on.
Okay, I'd like to share my screen, and I want to talk about, now we've talked about mobile, we've talked about some of the things that you do need to do, and when you get down to it, you've got to think about your Facebook profile like it is a shop. Is it open or closed? Like Juanita said, definitely make sure you're posting about what you're doing. Like Debbie and I, we all put up the information about tonight's training to make sure people knew about it. But here's another place that people kind of fall flat, and that is in the about part of your business. For instance, do you have your Facebook pages here? Because I see people put, instead of work and education, who the heck cares if you worked at Walmart? Is that what your business is about? If it is, okay, but for most people it isn't. So make sure you have your fan pages here, and we can go into how that goes together if you want. Another place that people fall apart is not getting their links in here. You need to make sure that, did you know that you can actually put in as many web pages as you want in here? Let me show you how that works. When you have a web page, if you just do a Shift-Enter, you can create another space and put another link in here. You can have as many as you want, and it'll let them be here. Yes. I can't hear what you said. Hello?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
And you guys should check your Facebook profiles right now. If you're watching this video or you're watching this, and go see what you have there. It never ceases to amaze me. I will go to people who are just.
A lot of the time,
I go to their
and it doesn't work.
Or they have their old ones still there from their old company.
Yeah,
you know,
they don't come back and fix it.
You need to go back and make sure your links are in there in the website.
And make sure they're current.
Right. So if you do take a day off and you don't post anything on your Facebook wall, and you do still create curiosity, and somebody decides to go check you out, guess what? They can go to your About Me and find that find your website.
Absolutely. So
otherwise you're closed. You're closed for business.
Right. So I just edited this today. I didn't make a change to it because I don't need to, but I just edited this today, and the very first website that's on there is my Empower Network's new blog with my new link that I, what do we call it, mapped to that website. And the next one is another of those blogs that I have. And then they are all, I did not put up an Empower link because I want them to actually go to, and what I actually need to do is one more thing, and I'm going to show you exactly how you would put another link in here because most people don't know how to do that. So I'm going to put the link to this training tonight into that website. So here is where our link is, the page is where we're actually broadcasting right now as we speak, and the link to that page is right here. So all I would have to do is copy that and go back to my profile and go to my About page and come down here to where the contact info is and hit the edit button where the pencil is and scroll down a little further, and I'm going to put, and you can't put words in front of it, so I'm going to put it about third. Whoops, I don't want it to do that. I don't know what's going on. My computer's putting these dots in here lately. But I'm going to put this in here. And you need to have HTTP in front of it, because that's how it makes it a clickable link. And then I'm going to paste the rest of that link in. And that's simply all you have to do. Make sure you have the HTTP // It doesn't have to have the www part, but it does have to have the HTTP. Now that makes this clickable so somebody can go and actually get to that page. And that is just how easy that is. What do you think of that?
Awesome.
So you need to have all of your...
We are going to give you...
Go ahead.
We're going to give you training also on how to use your Hangout as a capture page that we're doing right now. We're going to go into a whole 22.
Yeah, a whole 22.
That's going to be another call, but we want you to know how to do that. It's really easy. It's really simple, and they become your lead, and they go to your AWeber or GVO just by liking your page or what is it? It's not by liking your page, it's clicking on the button.
Yeah, they click on the button.
Now, that's all they have to do, and it will go get their best email address from Facebook.
Yes. So
and then you can message them from the back thing. So it's really, I was just going to say, that's part of how you get these leads, is you let Facebook do all the work.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes,
I'm excited about that.
And here's another thing that people mess up on, and I want to make sure that you know that you don't do this. Don't put your workplace, like Debbie, you don't need your Delta airline in here, right? You want your Facebook page in here. And all you have to do, if you want to create this, is to just, I've already got this created, but if I wanted to edit it, I'm just going to show you what it looks like before it's completed. And this is something I don't actually want in here because it makes a link that goes to the wrong place. But what you do want is it's going to give you the option of adding your Facebook. I have 2 pages that I'm mainly making sure to promote, and so you make sure that when you start to type in, it has a place for you to put this, your workplace. make sure you type in your actual website, your actual, Facebook page, and then it will actually allow you the opportunity to make it into a link. It will start looking for what you're typing, and if it's your Facebook page, then it will start to bring up all the pages that you already have created, and you can choose the one you want to go in there. And so you do want it to be the actual Facebook page name, exactly the way it's written, so that it won't go to some crazy strange place, which is what it does a lot of the time. And I'm going to let this save. Whoops.
And you can't underestimate how important that is to have that there. I know I got a lot more likes once I put my like page as my work page.
Yeah. So let me show you what that shows up. It shows up on your timeline, and it shows up right here. So here is my Baby Boomers Facebook page. I work at my Facebook page. Now that sounds funny, but you're looking to bring them to your Facebook pages or your profile. You're not looking to bring them to some strange generic place. Let me just go find somebody that probably hasn't done this right. I don't know if she has a page or not, but let's just go and check. See, here's what's happened here. She has no link here because it's done wrong. She wants it to go to her Facebook page, not to just have all this generic stuff. And then this will just go back to her profile. Oh, it is. Okay, she does have her face. Maybe she does. Okay, this one does go to her like page, but nobody knows that's what that is. So you want to make sure it actually just has her name and nothing else, if that's the name of her Facebook page. This doesn't belong in there. This part goes in the description instead. And when you do that, see what happens is it creates this little suitcase. And if you see anybody that has a suitcase up here, that means that it's going to go to some strange generic thing that Facebook created and not to your own page. And this is really valuable to know. Who else? Does somebody want me to check theirs out that's on the panel?
Yeah.
Check mine. Or check Rena's. It looks like Rena wants hers checked out.
Okay,
too.
cool. Okay, Rena, what's your page name? Oh, I'll just see if I can find you. Rena.
Rena W. Williams.
Okay. Oh, I got a dot in front of it. I don't want that. Rena W. There you are. All right. Okay, so this, oh, I'm not friends with you. I should be friends with you, Rena. Okay. But let's see if I can see anything here. All right, so you didn't do your work at all. So your Facebook page doesn't show up because you didn't do your work thing. It should be right here in the About section. Let me see if it's...
okay. Yeah, it's down further.
Yeah. So all you want to do is go to where it says Work, and instead of it being your workplace, make sure it's your Facebook page. And you do that by the actual where you work is going to be the name of your page.
Okay.
So that's valuable to have that there because, like I said, you want to give them every opportunity to see your business. And if they can see that they can go to both of my pages from here, the way I have this set up.
Uh-huh.
And it's in the work section. You know, I only told them about my, see, here's a good example. My school doesn't come up because it's a closed school. So look what it does. It just creates a stupid little thing here. It's a like page that doesn't really exist. You see what I'm saying? This is not what you want. Let's go look at that. See, it's not a real page. You don't want that in your profile. It doesn't matter for my high school, but it does matter for my work area. So you want people to actually click from the work into your actual Facebook like pages, and it does for mine because I set it up that way. So this is my valuable tip for tonight. Looks like we're almost to the end. Does anyone have any other comments?
No.
No, I don't have any other comments, but as you were talking, I just changed and added my women's wellness page to my Facebook about section there. So
Awesome.
I was
yes.
following as I was going, as you were teaching, I was
Yes.
doing.
Perfect. Well, you want to make that. You want to make all of that space actually work for you. And so that's why I did that way.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So I want to just take a minute and ask Dave, you know, if he's had a chance, not to put him on the spot, but if you guys have a chance, what is the most uncomfortable thing for you on Facebook? What is the hardest part for you on Facebook, so that because if it's hard for you, you know it's hard for other people.
Right. Yes.
And I want to help people who are new. Dave's still new to Facebook. You're not still new. You can't talk.
I know, but I still have a hard thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you can. I'm just kidding. But I do want to I want to write down what is the hardest thing. The hardest thing for me was rejection. I didn't want to be rejected.
Yeah.
So when I learned
screen share.
So when I learned how to do, I don't know how to undo it. It just stays there. It's a glitch. It's a glitch. Everything has glitches. So, so I want to know. Okay, since Debbie's real excited to tell hers, go ahead, and then Dave, we'll go back to. What's your most biggest challenge with Facebook? Yeah, Debbie.
All right, mine really is the actual chatting with the people that I see that they're actually online. Mm. That, to me, it wasn't until I changed my mindset. It was kind of like being in the Walmart store and wearing a button going, I lost weight, ask me how. Like, or whatever. So that was for me, because I guess I saw that they were live, and I knew they were there live by the little green dot that you see when they're live on the screen on Facebook. And it really just kind of freaked me out. Like, okay, what if they answer my question? Then I'm gonna have to talk back. So that was mine.
Well, that's probably really legitimate for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And what I have come to discover is they don't feel like that at all. They actually are glad someone took the time to ask them a question, because I go and look on their profile and I go and look up something about them. And I ask them a question about themselves. So. And
they love being. They love to find out that you care enough to ask.
Yeah.
Now, if you immediately say share your business with them, no, they don't welcome that. But
no. If you're not interested in them, they don't welcome that. If you're genuinely interested in them and your motive is, I need to get to know this person because they're my Facebook friend.
Right.
And they have a voice, and they have a right to be heard. And I'll look at their wall first and just get to know them a little bit and see if we have anything common before we go and talk to them. You're not going to be as scared. It's if you just go there and say, hey, tell me about yourself, and you didn't even look at their profile. I mean, that's kind of rude. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. That'll be one of our. That's why we do personal development too, is so that we can have a better self-image of ourselves, and we're not so intimidated by other people, because they really need to hear our message. They need us as much as I just think they really need us. We're the best. Okay, David, go ahead.
Am I on?
Yep.
You know, my biggest challenge is what you want. Hello?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess my biggest challenge right now is just spending the time getting to know Facebook. You know, getting what's it called? That other page you're supposed to set up. There's things like that. I'm just kind of technically illiterate here.
Okay, can I say something about that real quick to you, David? Then
okay.
Don't do it. Just do the chatting thing. Go talk to people. That's the most important thing you can do. Is when you're new and you haven't done that yet, is chatting with live people. And once you start doing that, then what will happen is those other things will come when you're ready for them. I hate it when people try to do things they're not ready for yet.
Yeah.
As long as you're posting a link on your wall, as long as your About Me has a link in it, as long as you are talking to enough people every day, none of that stuff's going to matter, because me and Linda didn't know how to do all those things, and we sponsored people. Debbie didn't know how to do those things. Those aren't the most important things. Those are
You
actually,
don't need a Facebook page or a group yet.
No, you need to go sponsor people. So does that make sense? And is that a problem for you to talk to people on the live chat area? And maybe Linda will share her screen and show us how to do the live chat thing.
Okay.
How many friends do you have? How many friends do you have on Facebook, David?
Not even sure. Probably around 700.
Okay. You need to work on getting more.
Okay.
And
this is what you got.
What you want to do.
Here's the thing about that. You have to figure 5,000 people is what you need to get to. That's your goal for Facebook. And if you don't have 5,000 friends and you're not chatting with people, then you're going to have to do something else.
Okay.
So just that's where you have to decide, where's my time the best spent online. If you don't want to spend money, and I don't want to spend money, I use Facebook chat 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day. That's why they say you only need to work 2 hours a day. Get your blog done, 2 hours a day of relationship building, and that's it. You're done.
Yep. So
Okay.
Have you been following what we've been teaching, David?
What was that?
Have you been following what we've been teaching?
You mean on your Hangouts here lately?
Yeah.
No, I haven't even seen them. Tell you the truth.
Oh, okay. Well, the biggest thing that we teach is that. What's it say?
I was going to say he has a full-time job as well as a full-time parenting.
Well, that's okay.
So he has limited time. So what I was going to say to David is, if you can be accountable to somebody, and that's what we're doing with the 90-day challenge here, the Net Fund Marketing, you need to go to the group and write down how many people you talked to today. And if you don't write it down, I'm going to come find you and say, how are you, David?
Come find you. Watch out, he's going to find you. No, I'm just kidding.
You need to belong to some groups. That's the first thing I would tell you, David.
Okay.
And then you need to find some groups that are of interest to you.
Okay.
And they don't necessarily have to be about blogging or about the business, whatever you're doing, but you need to be in something. Like I'm in this one. This is not one where they allow us to spam, okay? So I'm going to, there's people here that are posting things. Oh, he's not supposed to be doing any spam. I thought this was mostly. But anyway, there's more people that are probably posting something somewhat nice in here. As you can see, there's actually some, well, that's great. Okay, well, here we go. Here's somebody that's posting something about her teacup. Oh, she's sharing that she has little dogs for sale. Now, obviously, I don't have an interest in a dog, but, you could say something to her anyway, like, oh, how cute are they? I try to be as honest as I am. I'm not a big dog fan, but they are cute. They are very cute.
Mm-hmm.
Start really small. You don't have to get crazy about this. You don't have to be technical. You be in your own personality. That's the most important thing. Just start a conversation. If this person was somebody you wanted to have in your business, then the next step would be to go and see what's going on in her profile, and if you want to add her as a friend. And if she is appropriate to what you're kind of interested in sharing. In other words, is she in business at this point in any way? Is she involved with something where she's trying to work with her business? Now, she's sharing about a dog, but I don't know whether that's all she does, and I don't see any evidence of that. but it might be something worth going and visiting with her a little bit more. So you would add her as a friend, and then after that, see, she doesn't have any friends, so she has even less friends than you do, because it asked me to suggest friends for her. So the next thing you want to do is talk to her. And now this is going to go into the other folder, and I don't know whether she'll look there because she's not somebody I have any connection with. But the very first thing you're going to do is to start up a conversation. So, I saw your ad about were those Yorkie puppies? Somebody help me out. Were those Yorkies?
Yes, they were. And also, the other thing you could notice when she was in that group, it was just recently posted. So you're not talking to somebody who's an old Facebook person. This is a person that's new to Facebook.
Right.
And she is in that group, so she knew enough to join a group. And because she posts, here's the thing about posting a question on somebody's, commenting on somebody's, what are those called? Post in the group, David. When you comment on somebody's post in a group, that person gets notified you commented on it in their Gmail. And they'll go find, and everybody wants to know who commented on that. I need to go check that out.
Right.
Then they go to you, they get curious. You can be asking them a question, whatever it is, being interested in them. Now you can say, I sent you a message on Facebook and I added you as my friend. Because they get notified when you comment on their, and you'll see when you comment on their posts in a group, and you'll see that nobody comments on their posts.
Nobody.
You will be the first.
And you will get a standout for that, David. You could do that for a few hours every day, and you would actually create some people that are curious, and then make sure you're posting on your personal profile about what you're doing. If you blogged that day, share it.
I had a question.
Yes.
I've had a couple gals in the past add me or want to add me, but when I go into their profile, they have no other friends, no nothing in there, so I ignored them. I'm thinking it was some kind of spam.
Yeah, there's some of those around, yes. Well, here's a good way to find out. I get those too. I get lots of crazy ones. And the only thing you can do, if you get friend requests, you do go out and look and see what they're all about, find out if they've put anything up. Like here, again, just not very much going on as far he just put up a logo, and I don't even know what that is, a football club of some kind. That's not appropriate to what I'm doing, is it? And he doesn't have any work information. He works for a school. He lives in Guam, or Ghana. Ghana. So that's Africa, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is not somebody I want to actually have a friend with, and I do get a lot of those kind of things too. So you have to go and take the time to find out what they're about. And if you are getting friend requests, you're doing something right, because people are actually paying attention enough to see who you are. But you know where they're getting that? Where they're getting that, though, is Facebook is making that suggestion. So here's somebody that's...
And David, if you are getting women coming to you, writing that little note, like me and Linda are getting women and men writing this little note saying, how attractive we are, and they're women too. I just, Linda doesn't bother blocking them, but I just block them because I do not want them coming. I want to send a message. I don't want these kind of people coming to me because they're not interested in business. There is some other thing going on with them. Do not respond to them if they're saying, let's get together, send me your email.
Not outside. No, don't do that because we don't know what kind of scam they're up to.
Right.
So this guy doesn't have any information again. He's just very, very, and there's a lot of men in particular, I don't know why, they're hitting on women, and it says mobile uploads, but nothing in them. Weird. So I don't want this man either. I'm pretty picky these days on that because I'm really not looking for somebody that's not in business at some point. They don't have to be in what I'm doing. In fact, I don't care if they are. But I want to see if they've got some skills, because that helps me. I don't want to teach them from absolutely zero how to be in business. I don't want to explain to them why they would be in business with me. Okay, this guy's in one of the things I do, so he is in business. He probably found me in one of the groups that I'm in that is a private group. So he is actually a good prospect for possibly Empower. Look a little further. See, he's using his work information to put other things in here that is not, I don't think this is his like page. It's just a name of a company. And so that's such a waste. He lives in Rio de Janeiro, which is Brazil, right? So that's pretty cool. This is kind of an interesting person. I might want to know him more. So now, while I was doing that, that little lady that I just made friends with actually accepted my friendship. And I can say something on her profile because she actually said yes, even though she probably didn't see my message because it went into the other folder. And another thing that happens is sometimes they don't show all of what they're about, you know, all of their information until after we're friends. And it's tempting. A lot of people will say something about their business, but all I want to say right now is I look forward to getting to know you. Friendly, something friendly, like you would say if you were in a party. You wouldn't say, here's my business card. The very first moment that they said, yes, I'd like to get to know you better, you scare them away if you do that. So, David, this is all just kind of common sense stuff that you already probably do. Right, right, Juanita?
You know, when I first got started, like David's just pretty new to this.
Right.
I didn't know to do this stuff.
You didn't? Okay.
So I doubt he knows, and he hasn't been on too many of our trainings. He probably didn't know.
Okay.
But if you want to make money today, not tomorrow, not in 2 weeks, is you have to talk to enough people, because there are going to be some people out there that have the blue personality and are going to go to your page and say, oh, you got what I need, and click on it and join that minute. That's me.
Yep.
That's who I am. All
Right.
somebody had to do was say to me, have you heard about XYZ? And I'm like, yeah, I've heard about it. And he goes, well, do you want to look at it? And I'm like, yeah, I'm a blue personality.
Yeah.
So if you talk to enough people, 15 out of 100 people are blue.
Uh-huh.
So not all of them are going to go to your page, but 15 out of 100 are blue. So you don't know if one of those is going to go to your page and say, okay, I want to join right now. So it really is not like going to Walmart, though, because those people are not network marketers. They're not interested in what you have to say. They put up they're scared of you when you approach them. But Facebook, they came to Facebook to make friends.
Yes.
They came, unless they're not network marketers, then they didn't come to Facebook to make friends. They came to Facebook to hang out with their, drinking buddies.
So this is another really new person. He's only got 370 friends. And what's nice about this is sometimes I only have 8 mutual. So this is a new network of people that most likely I have not had any contact with. And he works at, see, he's done the same. This is what I was telling you, though. If you put up a company name and it's not your Facebook page, it will create this thing. And that's what you don't want to have happen. And he has not figured out he needs to put his picture in here. But sometimes their picture is in here. You just have to look. And he hasn't. It's just about his business. But he might have actually a friend in his friendships. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. He might actually have somebody in his friends that might actually be somebody I want to connect with. Sometimes I don't necessarily find that this person's going to be correct, but there might be somebody. You have to be concerned about it in the way that you don't just accept everybody, but you can see obviously that he is in business doing something, internet hotline guru or whatever that is. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Sometimes they'll actually message me right back, and I'm going to send him a message. Oh, and he's online right now. There's a green dot. I'm not worried about whether or not he's going to say something back.
And that's the best part. It's rejection free.
You don't have my old fear, Linda?
No, not really.
You know what my biggest problem is? I just get, you talk to so many people, and you do get a little tired of talking to people after a while. It can be quite a brain storming thing. So that's why it's so important that you only have to do it for 90 days.
You know, I do, if I'm on this spell of doing this and I'm going to talk to a lot of people, I'm not going to do this tonight, but what I usually do is I just actually X this off because I don't know if he's going to respond, and I go back to my list and just do another one.
Yeah, and another thing is when you're also doing it, is that you remember if you do 5 a day, 5 times 300 is 1,500 people in a year.
Yeah.
If you had a team if you just had a team of 3 people and they only did 5 a day, again, that's now how many people in a year. So it's really important though to have your 90-day run though where you're doing more than 5 a day. There should be time when you're doing 100 a week or 200 a week. And again, it depends on how much money you want to make. You know, people say, I want to make a ton of money, I just don't want to go talk to a ton of people. Well, that's where money comes from. So you kind of have to ask yourself, what am I willing to do? And that is...
And you have to be willing to be uncomfortable because you're going to be.
And you're going to be uncomfortable at first, but like Debbie says, she finds these people are nice. As long as you're interested in them, they're nice. They're not out to bite your head off. And that's what I had to learn too. They're really nice. But once you're done with that 90-day run, you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to go get your Facebook friends to 5,000 anymore.
This is a real interesting fellow, and I don't know whether it's because he's new, but he's not really brand new. He's asking for friendships, but he's not communicating with anybody, not even on his wall. Have you noticed this? He's got all these people coming back and accepting and talking to him, and he's not responding back.
So he might be using something to make friends, or he doesn't know what he's doing. And that's a perfect person for our, to invite to our training. And that's what you'll eventually do with this person.
Right.
Is invite them to our training.
Yeah.
And if Linda really wants, if Linda really wants to take a few minutes to get to know this person, she can find his email, she can find his phone number, say, hey, aren't you on Facebook? I see a lot of people responding to your Facebook profile, but I noticed you haven't been responding back. Is that because you don't know how to use Facebook? I mean, you can do that, you guys. This guy will probably thank you. I would thank somebody if she called and says, hey, I got an opportunity for you.
Then I wouldn't like it.
That would be different. Nobody wants that.
Now he does.
No one would like
he's
that. He's online right now.
Yeah, no, it's not green. So I'm not sure if he is. Sometimes it's open all the time. But we can try. We can see if he actually responds.
But it's open all the time if you have the app on your cell phone and you don't have your cell phone in like airplane mode or something. It shows like you're always on there.
Yeah, I don't think he's actually on Facebook right now. But we can find out if he is interested in talking back, if he pays attention to any of it. And just be a person. You know, a lot of people want a script, and I just think that's it's not useful to have a script. You have to be honest about what you're looking at. And
this is why Einstein said imagination is more. imagination is more important than anything else. Just use your imagination and be creative, and you're going to get it right, and you're going to get it wrong, and it doesn't matter. You're going to get better and better at it every time. Just like we do these hangouts, Debbie. The first time we did these, were we as good as we are today? No. But we still had to do them to get better, and we still have to do these ones to get better, so we can offer the best possible value to people, on our team and the people that are going to join us. And that's why I feel so confident we have that, because we have continually put ourselves out of our comfort zone. Continually.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now look at us. We're like an hour and 20 minutes into this hangout.
Oh my gosh. We're having a good time. We're not doing this because we have to. We're having a good time.
Right.
Well, but here's the thing, is that we have each other. We're not doing this by ourselves, so it makes it a lot more fun. And the time goes by a lot faster when you're having fun, as we all know. But the people that I don't know what I was going to say, so I'm going to shut up.
I noticed that I can actually post on his page. I think I'm going to write this in both places, because even if he doesn't say anything to me, others will see it too. So I'm going to put that in there, and then that's the end with DT for the night, until you see if he is actually going to respond in some way. And that's really all you have to do.
What did you write on there? Something about, I couldn't see it because my screen's very small. But
okay.
I noticed you're not responding to your messages. Is that what you put?
Yeah, let me find him. I can get back to him. Let's see. Here he is. DT, thanks for the friend request. I noticed that you are not responding to your new friends. We are actually live in a Facebook training, and we do that for free. Now, I didn't put a link in here. I just told him about it.
Okay. Okay.
So that's what you...
And that's where you're adding value.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, like she said, those people that he's making friends with are going to come back and see Linda writing that, and they're going to say, well, let's go check her out. Yeah. She knows what to do. Let's go check it out.
So not like I'm taking his friends, but that's all right. You can do that.
Well, yeah, people are going to see you on anywhere. But the point that's really important is that you know how to make friends, how to add value, and then follow up with that value. If you can't do those things, then you can't build a business.
No.
Offering your services, and knowing that you have the most valuable services on Network Marketing Line right now is really important for you to understand. Even if you're not the one doing the call, Rena, right?
Right.
This call, the baby boomers need this call. So when you go to those pages, that you don't have to say, "Oh, I'm doing the call." I always say we. I always say we. Yep. We do free training. We do free training, and that's how I invite people.
I say we too.
Yeah.
And that makes you the expert. It makes you the expert just by being around people who are willing to do the free training. Hi, little David. Davidita.
David, all right, well, I gotta go, guys.
Okay, we do too.
Well, I think we're kind of done. But
bye, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rena, for coming.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you, Linda, for the training, and Debbie, thank you for your input. And David, did you have any questions while I'm still here?
Did I what?
You have any questions while I'm still here?
Nothing I can think of right now.
Okay, well, so just know this. Just know this. The most important thing you can do is chat with people, real people. Offer them free training. Offer them value. That's all.
Okay.
And then be interested in them. And if you don't know how to be interested in people, because we weren't really taught that in school, you just say, hey, look at their wall. You see what they do for a living. You say, I see you're in XYZ. And do you love it? So write that down. here's the questions you ask. Do you love it?
Okay.
Or you could do you love it? Or if that's not comfortable for you, you could say, what do you love the most about it?
Yeah.
People love to talk about what they love.
Yeah.
That gets them
Or you look
passionate.
for things that they're sharing on Facebook and then say something about it.
And ask a question. What do you love the most about that? Do you, if somebody's writing something, ask them what they love about it. Say, what do you love the most about it? Make them get. And then the next question is, tell me more.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Because you're not people doing that.
No, no one cares about them. Nobody, David. Nobody cares that they live in Hawaii, except I do. Linda does. Yep. So do that. Be interested in them, and then when you're not in front of the computer, be making movies on your cell phone. Even if you don't upload them to the Blog Beast, you can upload them to YouTube. You can upload them to your computer, and you can put them on your blog later.
Yeah, I finally just got one uploaded from my phone here probably about 45 minutes ago.
Okay, good.
So it wouldn't work for a while, but I must have got the bug fixed, and it works now.
Yeah, I've got to actually play with mine and see how it works now.
So did you do a video of Hawaii for me?
Yeah, it's at. Take a look at it and see what you think. It's at. It was the video I made was about me and my kids at the playground on Monday morning, and there was no other dads there, just me and my two kids.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, because that's a lifestyle thing, David.
Yeah.
Because you get to stay home with your kids. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I think we're done in this.
Okay. Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome.
I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Bye.